Small businesses, large businesses, and transportation projects. They're creating jobs and improving community. We're focusing on economic development on this edition of Connected Colorado. Hi, I'm Wendy Brockman in the Schoolhouse Restaurant in Old Town Arvada. It's one of many businesses across the state that have helped turn local economies around. We'll learn more about this city's economic development later in the show, but first, it will be the biggest hotel in Colorado, and it's going up right now in Aurora, the Gaylord Rockies Resort.
Maybe you've seen it driving down E470. Or traveling on Tower Road. Maybe you've even wondered, what is it? It is the Gaylord Rockies Resort.
What we have is what we thought we were going to get. A signature project for Aurora that will be spectacular and yet very, very comfortable and approachable.
The massive hotel and conference center is taking shape just off of 64th Avenue and Tower Road, near Aurora's High Point community.
The buildings you can see today are really the core of the hotel tower. So the base of one tower houses the sports bar, the base of the other tower holds Old Hickory, which is our premium steakhouse in the hotel. Then by the end of the year, you'll start to see the convention space rise up out of the ground as well.
Like the hotel itself, the Old Hickory Steakhouse and the sports bar will be pretty unique.
This is one I'm extremely excited about. So this is called Mountain Pass. It's a two-story sports bar, 484 seats with a 74-foot TV screen.
Mountain Pass and the Steakhouse are just two of 8 restaurants and lounges at the Gaylord Rockies. And guess what this is? The Lazy River, that's part of the giant indoor-outdoor pool you may have heard about. It'll be known as Arapahoe Springs and will feature 1,200 lounge chairs, an indoor and an outdoor water slide, and it'll be open year-round. But before you grab your goggles, make sure you book a room first. It's for hotel guests only. And speaking of bookings,
the demand that we've seen has been astonishing, and we expected a lot of that, but it's exceeded our expectations. And we're booking anything from 2019 through 2027 right now, and these are some big groups, and they have particular dates, and they want to make sure they can find their date at the Gaylord Rockies.
88% of their bookings so far are from people who've never been to Colorado before. That's exactly what we said would happen, so that's been proven correct. The 22% overflow, that means 1 in 5 will be staying in another hotel. And if you look at the surrounding hotels now, many of them are Denver hotels, some are Aurora. There'll be enough business for everybody.
the Gaylord will have 1,501 rooms and 114 suites, along with a convention center with more than 485,000 square feet of meeting space, including the 50,000 square foot Aurora Ballroom and the Hogan Boardroom.
I am honored and surprised, but it's also a pretty small little conference room. And if I get to sit in the room once, that's great.
Like the rest of the hotel, the Grand Lodge Atrium will have many features that pay tribute to Colorado, like Crystal Lake, named after the real one outside of Breckenridge, an authentic Colorado caboose, Cascade Falls, a double-sided fireplace, and sweeping views of the real Rockies. The company that's designing the interior elements is the same one that just finished Harry Potter World at Universal Studios. 64th Avenue will be extended, so you can get to the Gaylord from E470. The hotel will also offer a shuttle to the 61st Avenue and Pena A-Line station, which is the first train stop out of DIA. And RTD has already approved another station that will be even closer to the resort, but is waiting to get funding. The hotel is scheduled to open in late 2018, with conventions starting April 1st, 2019.
It's a game changer.
For Roar News Weekly, I'm Yasmin Marino.
The Gaylord is creating 10,000 construction jobs and 1,500 permanent jobs at the hotel. It can be harder for smaller communities to pursue large economic development projects. A ribbon cutting in Durango recently marked completion of a $10 million road project that will lead to significant commercial development and expansion of Durango's Smart 160 trail system and lots more. And it couldn't have happened without the participation of several entities.
Lois Wise said, "A good friend is a connection to life. It's a tie to the past and a road to the future." That's why I'm so excited to be here today to honor this community and all of our friends and tying this road from downtown Durango to our beautiful hospital, providing a secondary access for safety and providing an opportunity for regional retail on this beautiful 109-acre site here.
There you go.
In order to get this to come together, we had to work with 7 acres of land, over 8,000 tons of asphalt, 40,000 tons of gravel, and 2.6 miles of concrete curb and gutter. The road has a traffic signal and 3 intersections and street lights for its full length. We have 4 bus pullouts, bike lanes on street connecting High Llama Lane all the way to the police substation, and then beyond as the next Smart 160 chapter unfolds in the future. We have 163 trees, over 1,000 perennials, and over 300 shrubs.
It's a brand new road. It's bottom-up construction. First time we've done it, 3/4 of a mile long, approximately $9.8 million to complete this. The one thing about this project that is unique, and in my 25 years working for CDOT, very rarely have we had an opportunity to do a partnership to build a roadway network connection off of our highway. And this is one of the first projects in the state that is actually partnering with CDOT funds to help make an off-highway connection and improve mobility overall for everyone without putting it directly on the highway itself. Getting this connected with 550 will be a huge improvement operationally for the network and the system through Durango. It'll actually improve traffic operations, traffic mobility, and then to actually integrate this with the growth and development of Durango out into Three Springs is just a perfect fit.
Well, it's been a long time coming. Wilson Gulch Road connection brings a secondary access, actually now a primary access into Three Springs. The existing Three Springs intersection didn't have the capacity for full build out, so this allows more, which will benefit the emergency response for the hospital. It allows us in Three Springs to build out the community. Over 75% of all new home permits in the city limits of Durango occur within Three Springs. So this is the future growth area for the city and for the county. The parcel that we own is about 37 acres and is zoned for about 256,000 square feet of retail. This will now allow real commercial development to occur in the Three Springs area and certainly help the tax base and the sales tax revenue opportunities for all 3 entities.
We dedicated land for half the road and then own this big field here, so we're just waiting for things to start to develop out here and infrastructure needs to come in, so it's kind of a waiting process, but this is a huge step.
I think it's beautiful. I think it's well designed and the trees add a really nice ambiance to it, and it looks right uptown.
The project itself has such tremendous benefits for the community in terms of safety, capacity building for growth for the future, and certainly the opportunity for additional development that will help to boost local sales tax revenues over time. So we see this as a win for the entire community and something the county is very proud to be a part of.
Partners were big. Three Springs played a big role in it in dedicating land to offset some of the costs of this construction. The city of Durango had a huge part in this with their design, their input to this. They're leading the whole project itself. And then La Plata County played a tremendous role in their funding participation and involvement with this. So we couldn't have done it as individuals, we had to do it as a team.
From the Western Slope back here to Arvada. Check out this great local business, the Old Town Pick-n' Parlor. And in Wheat Ridge, there's another great example of how cooperation gets things done with Sprouts and the Kipling Ridge opening.
We've got a lot of people out here lined up. That makes me very, very happy. This is absolutely great. This is the kind of thing that makes a city grow, is that partnership of business, city, coming together and making something like this happen.
3, 2, 1.
So we're here at the grand opening of Sprouts today, but we need to go back over 3 years ago to really talk about how this development happened. It was 3 years ago that we approached every property owners, and there were 4 of them here on the site, about selling their properties to MVG Development, that's now Confluent, to start the development of this site. The city and the Urban Renewal Authority participated a little over $3 million into this project to get the site for public infrastructure improvements. We regraded the site. It's been a long process, but it's fantastic. We want to welcome Sprouts, we want to welcome Starbucks, and soon we'll be welcoming Morningstar with their memory care facility to the site. It's a great day in Wheat Ridge.
A lot's changed on this site since some of us stood here back in October for the groundbreaking, and this has been kind of a 2-year combined effort to get to this point, and this has been a real poster child for what it looks like to work with the city and bring in a public-private partnership.
It's a great day for the community that so many people came out this morning for the opening of our Sprouts. It talks about that people want to shop locally, that it's great to have these developers who come into Wheat Ridge that are willing to develop here locally. They buy locally, and we want to offer as many opportunities for our citizens to have shopping opportunities within their community.
All right, thank you. We're the first customers.
This is really an exciting project for the city of Wheat Ridge. This corner has been blighted for many years, and so it's providing a new business. It's cleaned up the corner. We were able to reset drainage and landscaping, so it's just a great addition to the Kipling corner. Through the negotiations, what we found was there was a gap within the development that really made it really hard, next to impossible, if not impossible, for the developer to just come in and develop. So through the TIF funds, we were able to provide monies that would go towards public improvements. So that would be drainage, lights, traffic lights, giving more of a right-of-way so that people can easily pull into the shopping center. The money went to public improvements, and it's money well spent.
We're at a time where it costs an awful lot to build a place, especially a city like this, because we have infill, we have old buildings, we have ground that has to be cleaned up. That adds to the cost. It becomes part of all of our responsibility to get these new projects for our citizens.
It's fantastic that people want to come out and spend their money locally. That helps produce sales tax for our local community. These people really are going to support this project, and it's obvious by the amount of people here shopping this morning.
There you go. Have a nice day. It's exciting to see new business in Wheat Ridge. It's exciting to see a business like Sprouts want to come to Wheat Ridge. So it's nice to see the vitality, and it's bringing this corner along wonderfully.
Revitalizing, renewing, reviewing, that's important. That's what every city has to have. You can't just walk along kind of, oh well, yes and no. No, you have to make it happen. And I am very pleased that I'm just a tiny little part of an organization that makes it happen.
Nice excitement to see in Wheat Ridge. We will continue our journey across the state in a moment, but first let's speak with Ryan Stachelski, the head of economic development in Arvada. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for being here.
We love Arvada.
I'm so glad.
Beautiful here.
Yes.
What does an economic development department do in a community?
You know, an economic development department really builds relationships between the business community and local government. In order for businesses to thrive, they need to be able to navigate through the system of local government, and we're here to help in that endeavor.
So you're kind of a salesman in the sense that you want to talk about everything that's great in Arvada.
We absolutely love our community, and we want to make sure that other people are aware of what a great community we live in. And so yes, we absolutely go out and we talk about all the wonderful things that the police do, the parks do, the city streets guy do, the people who take care of Old Town Arvada. All of those people are really our economic developers, and we're here to help tell their story to the business community and ask them to come into Arvada to share that business environment together.
Well, whatever you're doing in historic Old Town Arvada is working. I mean, I would consider this a success model for anyone to study.
Yeah.
How has this place transformed over the last 5 years, would you say?
You know, it has just been booming. We've seen new businesses come in. We've seen so many people that have energized in our area. We are so happy that people are discovering this as an authentic old town that has great bones of its old town corridors. With the G line coming in, business is just booming that much more. People are excited about the transit hub that's opening behind us, about the station that will be opening in just a few weeks, and having those people be able to come from downtown all the way to Old Town and be able to shop and really thrive here.
This place will change even more.
Even more,
shortly.
absolutely. We're really excited.
What makes it so unique are the specialty shops. They're all locally owned. You have family-owned businesses. What role do small businesses play in the economy?
Small businesses are the backbone of the economy. Over 80% of businesses in Jefferson County are made up of 10 or less employees. So small businesses are business in our community.
What advice would you have for someone who wants to start a small business?
Advice that I would give people who want to start a business is reach out to your economic development professionals, some of the other people that can show you the ropes and understand what it takes to start a business. I meet a lot of great business owners that are really good at whatever widget they make. They provide a service, they provide a good, and they're really good at that. But they're also not always as familiar with all the other different aspects of running a business. Legal aspects, accounting aspects, marketing aspects, all of those different things. So one of the things that economic developers do is they provide a conduit to all of those professionals out there. We take pride in the relationships that we're able to have, and we're a really good resource of businesses coming to us and us dispersing those into subject matter experts that will allow them to thrive.
Ryan, thank you for having us. You guys have done a fantastic job.
Thanks so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
You bet. Another great economic driver is West Colfax in Lakewood, where they embrace the facts.
US 40, Colfax Avenue. In Lakewood, it's not just a road, it's a place. Rich in history, well-traveled. From the gold rush days when the route carried miners and their dreams to the Rockies, to its glory days as part of motoring America, and a time when iconic businesses first called it home, West Colfax has always been a place where memories are made. It has survived the ebb and flow of change for well over a century, and today, West Colfax is making a comeback. With exciting new spaces, a thriving arts district, well-developed partnerships, light rail, and more, it's easy to see why now is a perfect time for your company to get in on the ground floor of the redevelopment of West Colfax. It's not just a place for cars anymore. The W Rail line brings new energy to an already thriving West Colfax community and is a key part of the corridor and surrounding area. Several stations with bike racks connect to nearby bike paths, signature bridges, and pedestrian-friendly sidewalks. Together, they welcome all visitors, no matter their mode of transportation. The arts are on the move here too. There's a new sense of energy and creativity with the 40 West Arts District. Nearly 24 creative ventures have opened or expanded here since 2012. In 2013, 40 West estimates it engaged with more than 400 artists, actors, and musicians through its programs. In an area already rich in character, the social capital around this movement is significant. 40 West attracted an estimated 74,000 visitors to district area events in 2013 alone, boosting traffic at local businesses and delivering an 11% increase in sales tax revenue between 2012 and 2013. The Edge Theater took up residence at 40 West in 2013, bringing a culturally rich experience to the heart of Colfax with 7 critically acclaimed productions per year. Added together, it isn't surprising that the 40 West Arts District has the distinction of being certified by the state of Colorado as one of only 11 creative districts in the state. placing it in an elite group of places that are destinations where people want to be. A few blocks away, the Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design fosters creativity with community events, 4 galleries, and an expanding population of young students. The college's newest undergrad programs include a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Commercial Photography and a BFA in Fashion Design. But the school's creative reach extends far beyond the campus, with events and public lectures that attract creatives from all over to come and experience all that West Colfax has to offer. The community's heritage is celebrated with a unique program at the Mount Air Park Community Farm. It hosts events like the Family Farm Fiesta and cooking and tasting demonstrations that attract hundreds of visitors. With millions in private investments already poured in by major players who have embraced the vision, and millions more in public investments, West Colfax is poised to become the next major business center of the metro area. Dozens of businesses are already brewing success here, enjoying the amenities of the area and the pride of being able to say their business is located on West Colfax. Developers are on the move here too, adding residential spaces to fill the increased demand, blending new homes with the heritage of existing neighborhoods. As you can see, big things are happening along the West Colfax corridor. Its fresh energy and momentum bring unlimited opportunities to this up-and-coming area. The City of Lakewood is committed to making it easy to do business here. Whether you are a developer, entrepreneur, or broker, learn more about getting in on the ground floor of the next great business community of the metro area.
Love the excitement in Lakewood. Well, now from ground transportation to the skies, let's head to GoGo Business Aviation, a leading-edge business based in Broomfield.
Well, if you've flown on an airline today in North America and used Wi-Fi on board, you've probably used GoGo services. We're on over 2,000 airplanes in North America now. It's a great place to work. We have a very fun environment. Everybody's excited about what we're doing. We're on the leading edge of what people are doing in aviation technology. It's a high-growth company. We went public a couple of years ago. It's just a lot of fun. Well, the company's been in Colorado for quite a while, and we moved to the Broomfield area for the first time about 10 years ago in an office space in the Interlochen area. And then our leases were coming up, so we had the opportunity to look for other places. And after evaluating all the options that are out there, we really concluded that Broomfield was the best place to be. We're seeing a lot of high-tech companies moving into the area. The modification of 36, which is literally outside our window here, is giving people a lot of ability to get to us, whether either it's from Denver or from the Boulder area. We're happy to be an anchor tenant of what we fully expect to be the next Denver Tech Center. This area down here is our customer care and tech support group. These are the people that are available 24/7 to airplanes anywhere in the world. So when something's not working, they can pick up the phone or send us an email and we'll get back to them pretty much immediately and help them troubleshoot their problem. So talking about the office space here, when we put this together, it was originally just a shell. So when we brought the architect in, we said we want to create a space that takes maximum advantage of the wonderful light we have here in Colorado. So rather than put all the offices on the windows, we put all the offices in the middle and then have this great open space for the cubes, so it provides a lot of natural light for people. I would say come out here, look at the infrastructure that's being put in place. The workforce is becoming increasingly high-tech. There's many, many reasons why people come here to live and develop their professional careers. So I'd encourage you to come. There's a lot of help for companies wanting to move to the Colorado area, and especially in Broomfield. So come and see why it works for GoGo, and hopefully it'll work for you too. The reason I love doing this is that we are transforming aviation. It used to be 10 years ago, if you got on an airplane, there was only a handful in the world, probably only less than 100 that actually really had internet access. Today there are thousands. To be given the opportunity at the moment in time to irrevocably change an industry, how often does that happen? And that's what's really cool about working for GoGo, is we are irrevocably changing the face of aviation. It will never be the same again.
We've been talking about the many fascinating businesses in Arvada. How about this gondola in the ski-themed homegrown Tap and Dome? But they have manufacturing right here in town too. For instance, Alico Container. They're sleek and sustainable. They're called Evolution bottles, and they roll off the line right here in Arvada at Alico Container.
We think they're truly revolutionary. Most aluminum cans you see today are about 50% recycled content. Our bottles are 80% recycled content. We like the fact that we're making a difference in our ecology going forward and the sustainability of packaging for our customers going forward.
The company's eco-friendly mindset goes far beyond using recycled aluminum.
We use a digital printing process that uses a UV curing process, so there's very low VOCs in our ink. They're almost all solids. We use water-based coatings so that we minimize our VOC emissions from our coating process. And we also have a zero discharge evaporative wastewater treatment system, so we don't even discharge into the sewers, which we're very proud of.
Scott Coors knows the packaging industry well. Armed with a degree in industrial engineering and a master's in business, he spent 20 years at Coors Brewing Company.
Ultimately decided I wanted to do my own thing.
So in 2006, he joined a group making systems for producing aluminum cans. But with the demise of that company during the financial crash of 2008, a better idea emerged.
A lot of the really good engineers and people there and I put our minds together to say, why are we making these systems? Why don't we make the bottles? And we all got together and the concept of Evolution bottles and Alico was born.
Their first bottle, a 12-ounce long neck.
We're very proud of that because, to our knowledge, we're the first to ever produce a drawn and ironed version of a long neck aluminum bottle with the same external dimensions as an industry standard glass bottle.
That was critical because Alico's customers, microbreweries, wouldn't have to reinvent their bottle filling equipment. The bottle design earned a prestigious silver award from Can Maker magazine, but there were challenges.
We weren't really able to achieve profitability with the 12-ounce and 16-ounce bottles that we started with in a way that we thought we would.
So today, Alico's flagship Evolution bottle is the 750 milliliter size, tailored for wine and spirits.
We really believe that we're going to trigger a sea change in the market. Nobody's ever done that in the wine and spirits world before, and we believe our model is really perfect to do that.
That's because Alico is still small enough to cater to this new customer base as they test Evolution bottles with their products.
One of the keys to that strategy is we can deliver custom printed bottles in quantities as low as 1 case of 12 bottles. So nobody, to our knowledge, can do that other than us.
Alico as it stands today is akin to a research and development phase, he says.
Alico Container, really for our future, anticipates growth. We have to get bigger in order to be more cost effective and to be able to deliver our products more profitably.
Scott credits his Alico co-founder Evan Watkins for much of the technology.
He's the technical yin to my business yang. We're polar opposites in almost every regard, and he's one of my best friends. And really, he is the brainchild of almost every single piece of equipment that you'll see on this line today.
Together, they're proud to be revolutionizing the bottling industry with a focus on ecology. And for Scott Coors, it's personal too.
The Evolution bottle is tremendously exciting and unique to me because it represents really the vision that my father had back in the 1950s. My father, Bill Coors, actually pioneered the development and commercialization of the aluminum can at Coors Brewing Company. So I had some big shoes to fill, and he had always envisioned being able to use recycled cans to make new containers. And we're finally effectively doing that on a very high level.
And locating Alico Container in Arvada was a great choice, he says.
We have great working relationships within the community. We have a very, very supportive economic development group in Arvada and in Jefferson County. It's been really, truly a pleasure to locate our business here, and we really enjoy it.
So many unique businesses, so little time. Thanks to Arvada for hosting us on this edition. I'm Wendy Brockman. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. From From some amazing small businesses to Colorado's biggest hotel to a $10 million road project in Durango. On this edition of Connected Colorado, it's all about economic development. Join me Thursdays at 8.